photograph captures a moment a mother jackal chases down an eagle that has kidnapped her cub. The images were taken by wildlife photographer Atib Hussain, who was in the right place at the right time to capture the jackal in action. As you can see in the picture, nature is brutal, but this time the creepy story had a happy ending. The place is the Masai Mara National Reserve in Kenya, where an eagle swung over a small jackal cub and took it away. However, the mother of the animal was lurking and wouldn't let her puppy get lost. It is known that after the action, the jackal not only rescued its seemingly uninjured pup, but was also able to hide in a cave from poachers. Crotalaria cunninghamii, also known as a green bird flower or regal bird flower, is a truly fascinating plant native to inland northern Australia. What makes it so striking is its unusual flowers. The petals are shaped in such a way that they resemble tiny, green hummingbirds in flight. The illusion is so convincing that at first glance, it looks like a cluster of birds feeding from a plant. Some experts suggest that the flower's shape may be an adaptation to attract bird pollinators, such as honeyeaters, which are common in its native habitat. The Aboriginal communities have also traditionally used its sap to treat eye infections. Despite their bird-like appearance, these flowers are all natural, a perfect example of how surreal and artistic nature can be. The plant belongs to the legume family. These salt deposits were formed during the Messinian salinity crisis, a geological event during which the Mediterranean Sea was cut off from the Atlantic Ocean and dried up or mostly dried up, creating massive deposits of previously dissolved salts. This occurred at the end of the Messinian age of the Miocene epoch, from 5.96 to 5.33 million years ago, ending when the Atlantic again flowed into the basin. Just as impressive underground as above ground, despite their incredible heights of 300 plus feet, typical redwood root systems are relatively shallow, only 6 to 12 feet deep. Redwoods create the strength to withstand powerful winds and floods by extending their roots outwards, up to 100 feet wide from the trunk, and living in groves where their roots can intertwine. This ancient giant fell naturally and will continue to provide life to seedlings as a nurse log for many years to come. Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks. The adorable dik-dik, tiny, fast, and full of personality. Deer Sparkles, this tiny antelope, called a dik-dik, looks straight out of a storybook. Standing only about 30 to 40 centimeters tall, dik-diks are incredibly quick and shy, perfectly adapted to hide among bushes in the African savanna. Their big, sparkling eyes, small size, and delicate horns make them one of the most charming little creatures you'll ever see. The forest silent executioner. This is no ordinary death. What you see is a masterpiece of biological manipulation, a parasitic fungus that hijacked an insect's body and turned it into a living tomb. It climbed high, compelled by the fungus, and clamped down before succumbing. From its lifeless husk, fungal fruiting bodies now erupt, spreading invisible spores into the damp air of the forest floor. One life taken to ensure many more. A haunting reminder. In nature, even the smallest creature can become the stage for a chilling performance. Echium wilpredii, also known as tower jewels. Echium wilpredii is a species of flowering plant in the Boraginaceae family, endemic to the Canary Islands, a Spanish archipelago. It grows mainly in the subalpine zone of the ravines of Mount Tide, a volcano on the island of Tenerife. Common names are tower jewels, red bugloss, Tenerife bugloss, or Mount Tide bugloss. It is a biennial herbaceous plant reaching between 1 to 3 m, 3 feet 3 inches, 9 feet 10 inches tall, with an erect inflorescence bearing red flowers. The plant produces a dense rosette of leaves during the first year, flowers in the second year, and then dies back. It flowers from late spring to early summer in Tenerife. The vineyards of La Algeria on Lanzarote in the Canary Islands are a stunning example of human adaptability and ingenuity. Born from the devastation of volcanic eruptions in the 1730s, these vineyards transformed an arid, ash-covered landscape into one of the world's most unique agricultural regions. Farmers discovered that the volcanic ash, or pecan, could trap moisture and protect the soil from the island's relentless heat, allowing crops to thrive in an otherwise inhospitable environment. Each vine is planted in a pit dug into the ash, with crescent-shaped stone walls shielding it from fierce winds. These distinctive patterns stretch across the black volcanic terrain, creating a striking visual contrast with the vibrant greenery of the vines. The Malvasia grape, cultivated here, is famous for its sweet, aromatic wines, which stand as a testament to this innovative farming method. In Oaxaca, there's a honey ant known because its tummy is filled with delicious honey that you can extract and then let go to the little ant in the Oaxac villages. It is known as Chindutis, and is a variety of ant that produce honey, only that instead of depositing it in a honeycomb, generate a bag next to its stomach that inflates outwards while being filled with a sweet flavor, which extracted overnight of floral nectars. They belong to desert areas and can be found in some communities, especially in the Mixteca area, when there is no rain. They are known by different names: Chindutis, Tioconduti, Botijas, Tioconturi, variant of Mixteco meaning honey ant, Venidos, Binguinas, among others, as the name varies in different villages. You just have to dig a little during the day where you see an ant, and you will find this sweet treat. Although its taste is sweet, it has a wide range of floral flavors. Don't hurt them. You can extract the honey from their tummy and let them go. They will fill their belly again overnight. This strange and charismatic oinker is the Babirusa babirusa. It means pig deer in the Malay language. It is thought that the Sulawesi people gave the Babirusa this moniker because their large canines resemble antlers, but the name could also reflect how the Babirusa combines slender, deer-like legs and a multi-chambered stomach with its other, more pig-like traits. This mammal occurs exclusively in the swamps and rainforests of Sulawesi, Indonesia. Beetle with insanely long arms. This is the harlequin beetle, Acrocinus longimanus, one of the longest insects in the world when you count those massive forelegs. Native to Central and South America, males use their stretched limbs to battle rivals and impress females. Fun fact, the harlequin pattern on their shell helps them blend in with tree bark, making them surprisingly hard to spot despite their size. Puya raymondii, nicknamed the Queen of the Andes, is the tallest flower in the world, reaching up to 15 meters. It grows at altitudes of 3,000 to 4,000 meters in Peru and Bolivia, and takes about a century to bloom. Each plant develops a single massive inflorescence with more than 20,000 flowers, which open every 3 or 4 years and are pollinated primarily by hummingbirds. After flowering, the plant dies. It is considered a living fossil and is visible in places like Huascarán National Park in Peru. When a female squirrel finds a baby squirrel, she gives it food and makes sure that it is an orphan and has no mother or father. After 3 days of research and making sure she doesn't have a family, she takes it with care, feeds it, and familiarizes him with living with her and her children as if he were one of her children. The female squirrel is unique in welcoming her husband when he returns with food, with kisses and caresses, to alleviate the fatigue of bringing food to her and her young. The male squirrel always expresses his love for his female by giving her the most beautiful roses and the largest walnuts and almonds. Mother squirrel and father squirrel form a wonderful family because the future of humanity depends on their activity. Half the seeds they store turn into new shrubs in the forest.